one more for the game. Come, sit. You have passed the 13 gates. And you come to my table to play the game of life and death. Your stake is wagered. I refuse none who come here. Yet, I say, turn back.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be checking out Hand of Fate, which is a hybrid roguelike action RPG and deck builder in which you play as an adventurer and you basically build a set of cards into a deck, use that to deal out dungeon floors, and you adventure through your own dungeon. It's probably best explained if I show you instead of telling you, so let's have a look. Very stylish intro. The animations in this game are really quite nice, especially the card animations. So that is the infamous deck dealer, I guess, who you are kind of playing against, as he will add encounters to your own deck and dangers and things like that. But there's a very interesting dynamic between your character and this dealer.
The game begins. One lives and one dies. Let us see what you are made of. Here is the first member of my court, the Jack of Dust. 12 in all must fall before you may challenge me. Let the cards fall where they may. We begin.
So here's your little character here in the bottom right there. On the left you will see health, food, and gold. Advancing a tile forward will consume 1 food, and obviously your health or your hit points. And you can use gold to purchase a variety of things, including weapons, and you can also help characters out that you encounter along the way. So let's progress here to the Twisted Canyon.
That first moment, that glinting weapon, the call to action, to adventure. Truly, there is nothing like it.
You said it. You see a weapon glinting in the sunlight, lying next to a skeleton at the bottom of a canyon. The walls of the canyon are covered in thick vines, perfect for climbing. Yeah, let's climb down to retrieve the weapon. So we have 3 chances of success and a chance of failure.
Choose from these options.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but yep. And success. Very carefully, you make your way down to the bottom of the canyon. You retrieve the weapon from the ancient corpse, and you draw 1 equipment card from your deck, which in this case is an axe, which is better than our rusty axe, so we shall use it.
A moment to savor. That will make you much more effective.
Well, I don't know about much more effective, but 5 damage is 5 damage. So let's go over here. The end of a dungeon, or the way forward, will be indicated by some stairs, which in this case we don't really want to encounter yet because there's more to explore. Mr. Lionel.
I was never a fan of illusion or pretense. Here I'll make an exception.
What does Mr. Lionel want? Whilst enjoying your evening meal at the local tavern, a strange old man takes the seat next to yours. He taps your shoulder quite painfully with his wooden staff to get your attention, and you notice that he appears to be a goblin, poorly disguised as a human. His wizened face grins at you with a hint of madness. My name is Mr. Lionel. If you give me what I need, boy, I will conjure up your heart's desire with this wizarding wand of my own creation. He cackles uncontrollably for a few moments, then sits patiently waiting for your answer. So here we can actually give him food. We can't give him enough gold because we only have 10 gold and not 20. We can ask what he needs, or we can just ignore him. I'm gonna give him food. He considers the bread seriously before placing it carefully in his coat pocket, seemingly satisfied. Mr. Lionel taps his staff on the ground and a shield materializes at your feet. There you go, old bean. He smiles a warm grin that reveals all his chipped and yellowed teeth. Ugh. Your face reminds me of my son. I haven't met you before, have I? And you draw another equipment card, which in this case should be a shield. Yes, there we go. And we can now reflect. You can reflect projectiles back at the attacker, and you gotta time it with Y. And we can also counter with Y, good.
You can now reflect your opponent's ranged attacks using your shield. Make good use of this skill if you wish to survive.
Yeah, thanks buddy. And now we'll go here. The Maiden, someone to assist.
I'm not surprised to find that this encounter remains vivid in your memories.
One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. I am Merith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask me for? Would you ask of me? Longer life, supplies, or gold? Probably gold. No, I think food is probably important. And we draw 2 food and gain cards, so we gain 3 food.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
And we get another 3 food. Awesome. The greatest of magical artifacts were forged long ago and have only limited uses before their power is spent. Use them wisely, and they may guide you to victory. Farewell, mortal. Excuse me, miss, I would like your unicorn as well. And this should be the stairs forward. Yes, there we go.
Bound once more, seeking the heart of it all.
You have discovered the exit to this area. Take the stairs to turn back. We have nothing left to explore in this level, so let's take the stairs. You embark upon the next leg of your adventure.
You are on the final floor of our simple map. Your opponent waits here for you. Find him. If
Sure.
you defeat me, well, it is early to be talking about victories and losses. Let us see what you're made of.
You okay? Winding trail.
Ambush. Hardly fair, is it?
Suddenly, a tree falls across your path, blocking the way ahead. And the dealer draws you a monster card, which in this case is 2 of dust, which is 2 enemies. Weapons bristle from the trees around you, their wielders' faces obscured by the undergrowth. Give us all your gold or die. Do we actually give them our gold or do we attack them? No, we attack them, of course. You shout a battle cry and raise your weapon. Good thing we got that axe and that shield. And here we go into the sort of action RPG aspect of this game. And the cards are laid out and become you, your weapons, and your armor.
You can now counter your opponent's attacks. Hit the counter button when you see the flashing indicator.
Okay, thanks. Got it. So that is the flashing indicator, like so. And there we go. It's the end of the combat. So the combat's very sort of Arkham style, Assassin's Creed kind of counter at the right moment and about timing. But we did it just fine. You search the bodies for loot. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards. Wow. Draw an equipment. Healing cap.
Increasing the effect of one sort of magic with another. All you need is a channel for power, and it's simple enough.
Okay, we finished now? Thanks. Any healing that the player receives is doubled. Well, pretty good. 5 food. And 15 gold. Nice. Now, where should we go to next? Probably this way. Dead Man's Gorge.
I'm sure it's not called Dead Man's Gorge without reason.
Sarcasm much? While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Man's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement from below. It's an ambush. We draw a monster card, and again the Two of Dust. There we go. Got him. You recover what you can from the dead. The dealer draws you 3 gain cards once again. 1 more equipment. Okay, we can probably sell
Peasant's
that.
weapon, but effective nonetheless.
Didn't you just say before that it would greatly increase my power? And now you're just saying it's a peasant's weapon? How insulting. No, we don't need to equip it.
Is that what you're going to do?
I already have 1. 5 food. And 20 gold, wow. Overflowing in resources. Oh, there's the boss.
You have reached my first champion. A good man, driven to madness by a war that took all from him. Wife and child, kith and kin. From such dark and brittle iron, I forge my tools. Now we see your metal.
Oh, you will. The bandit leader is stronger and faster than most bandits encountered. He can become enraged, making powerful, unblockable attacks. He also inspires his followers to steal gold on each hit. Alright.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
Hey, thanks, buddy. Let's beat him up, shall we? Come on, Jack of Dust. You're no match for my peasant's axe. Ooh, 4 of dust, oh boy. Hi. Oh, it's him plus 4 enemies, oh boy.
Some enemy attacks cannot be blocked or countered. Get out of the way or stop them with your own counterattack.
Okay, so the red attacks are undodgeable. So? Oh. I hit counter by mistake. Oh, I thought I dodged that. Oh. There we go, got him.
Down into the worms with him. Perhaps there is peace for him in the grave, poor soul. 1 champion has been sent to the cabinet. Yet we are only at the start of our road. You will face 11 more opponents who will test your strength, your memories, and your resolve. Few fall at the first hurdle. None reach the last. We have wagered, and you have won. You may claim your rewards, yet I will also claim mine. As you improve, so do I. Balance must be retained.
Okay, all about balance, huh? Well, let's see our rewards. There's our next boss, and these are all encounters that we may or may not choose to face when we get to the deck building, which we'll get to in a moment. These are equipment. Ah, new challenge. All right.
Shall we deal again? Ah, good. Now you understand the basics, we can begin in earnest. Your hero is returned to his beginning items. Our decks are reset. Welcome to the cabinet, home of the members of my court.
Yep, story mode. There is the cabinet. We have defeated the Jack of Dust, and our next opponent is the Jack of Skulls. Okay.
Time for you to face my undead army. Meet the Jack of Skulls.
Alright, let's build our deck. No, I would like to build my own. So here we must choose equipment and encounters, and we must have the sufficient number of each in order to progress. So we've unlocked a little bit more equipment. Let's see what we can add. Of course, you can't add everything into your deck, but so it's probably good to add the best weapons anyway. Let's get rid of a shield. And instead add this mace here. We'll add shield. And we need one more. Medium armor, sure. What is the mercenary contract? Oh. You know what, let's just put all the new cards in. So we can discover what they are. 1, 2, 3. There we go. So this part of the deck is legal. Now we must do the encounters. Oh, never mind. Encounters, there we go. So we have a few new encounters to add. So let's get rid of the ones that we know. Let's get rid of these two. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think Winding Trail is probably good enough. And here we go. So that's what I meant about the sort of card building aspect of this game. You can really customize the experience to suit your playstyle, and it's really a fantastic hybrid, you know, between roguelike action RPG and a card game, which is not something you see very often, but is a breath of fresh air, actually, or it was for me at any rate. And there we go. And that's going to do it for part 1 of Hand of Fate. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please feel free to leave a like, as well as a comment if you have any other games that you'd like to recommend that I should cover on my channel. As always, please subscribe if you'd like to see more. See you again soon.